Hey guys, welcome back to Dohm Speed Shop. I'm Nick, and in this episode I'm going to help you diagnose a no start on a John Deere tractor. Let's check it out. Welcome back guys. On this episode I'm going to diagnose a no start on this John Deere X370. Let's check it out from here. Now on this John Deere, I went to start up and move it, and got nothing on the instrument panel. And I know the battery's good. Also because I just ran this thing earlier today and moved it to go do stuff like pull a Oldsmobile 350 halfway through the yard. Well, now that we've established that in fact doesn't run, let's pop the hood and or bonnet, depending on what region you're from, and take a look at the battery. Let's go ahead and pop the hood here. And I'm sure you can't see much here, so let me get you some light. Alright, let's see how this looks. Oh, there's a problem already. The always positive cable, not looking so positive. So, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the negative side, so we don't arc anything. And we'll go ahead and go about replacing this positive side terminal. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to disconnect this cable. See how well I can do this without going to a vice grip, because the nuts on here are pretty well corroded to oblivion. The positive side's coming off. Negative side, sorry. Positive side broke. We're taking the negative side off right now. Put that there so I don't lose it. Now the battery doesn't look exactly happy either, but not what I'm after right now. I'm going to try to get what's left of that guy off. It's pretty well fried. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this off with my Sonic Tools pliers. Works out great when the bolt just deteriorates in your hands. But these things bite hard, so that worked pretty well. Let me go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Now I'm going to use the old tried and true brake clean just to clean it up. And a brush. Just clean up the leftover corrosion. This is not as clean as, you'd prefer it to be. Am I going to clean off the rest of the battery? No, not even a little bit. That's good enough. Good enough to get you places. Alright, so now that we got that cleaned off, go ahead and cut off the crimp side with the old connector. And get ready to install the new one. Now this is the OEM connector, unfortunately, that I'm cutting off. It's always a bummer when you got to cut off the OEM stuff, but tis life. Luckily I got just enough off the starter solenoid to trim this and be alright. But you still want to cut this relatively close to where the old one let off. Use a pair of battery cable cutters. Cut it flush. Got a perfectly good cable right there. Alright, so now that you got your end cut off, you want to strip off some of this terminal casing. So your new wire is exposed into the new fitting just enough to make connection. Now what I do, which probably isn't right, but Not an expert. I go around a couple times the casing with the cable cutters. Cut the insulation off just enough to slide the little bit of insulation off that I need to get to the bare wire. Now, if you're better with a pocket knife and you can do this a little better, go for it. I don't. I do it this way. You know what? For the sake of ease in the video, there's one nut holding it on from down on the solenoid. Just gonna take out the solenoid. Sometimes life is only as hard as you make it, right? I'm good at making it harder than it needs to be, but you know, this time, I'll take it off the solenoid. When I get the right size wrench. So once you get the right wrench size on the solenoid, go ahead and take the wrench off the solenoid here. I mean the cable off the solenoid. Make life just a little easier. Considering this is just a lawnmower and shouldn't take 3 years to fix. Like other projects. Once you got your cable off, go over to the bench. We'll make life a little easier for this cable. Alright, so once you get on your bench, get your cable. I didn't actually finish cutting the insulation off, so I'll do that now. That's why some guys use a knife and not this technique. Like your pocket knife or something. Does this work? Yes, but you know, whatever. Whatever gets the job done sometimes. Alright, so there's your bare wire. Got the insulation off. Flick that somewhere in the corner, find that next time you sweep the shop. You know, basic stuff, right? Then you go get your new battery cable lugs. I got some leads from Menards because that's the only place it's open, because this is Saturday after 4th of July, at like 9 o'clock at night. Everybody was very close, so you know, this works. I grabbed a 3/8 and a 1/4 inch just so I wasn't wrong. Today's flavor seems to be 3/8. Now, if you want to do this like 100% right, you do both sides, like the negative and the positive, not both sides of the same cable. You could do both sides of the same cable. I'm not going to because this other side's mint still. So, yeah, so doing one side. Go ahead and size this up, make sure it fits snug. But before you crimp it down, put your heat shrink over it. Because you want your end here to be nice and covered. Get the right size heat shrink. Hold that thought. Alright, so forget everything I said about the heat shrink. I don't have the right size. Just gonna wrap in a bunch of electrical tape. It's a tractor. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it right, but you know what? That's kind of where I'm at today. Might have another piece. Yeah, I don't have that size. Old battery cables for other projects. So yeah, going to put the connector on there. Get your battery terminal cutters, which have a crimper on the inside of the anvil. Just lean into it. Not the most fun thing to do because this takes a little effort, but if you've done this a couple times, you got the iron grip and you can do this. I don't have the cheat code yet for the iron grip, but getting better every time I do one of these. I always crimp it 2 or 3 times in the same spot. Somebody out there will tell me I'm doing it wrong, but it bites. Bites hard enough for me to consider fixed. Give me a sec here, I'll wrap this in electrical tape and I'll be ready for the install. Alright, got my roll of mini for electrical tape. Go ahead and wrap this thoroughly so I don't get any sparks where I don't want them down the road. Wrap it real tight so it's watertight so you don't corrode the cable from inside, because it is a lawnmower and you'll probably get it wet in its life. Yeah, that should be plenty. Today's flavor of knife, my Eagle knife, because it was just a 4th, you know. Merca. Alright, so now that the cable is repaired, let's go ahead and reinstall this on the tractor. So, sorry in advance if you hear fireworks going off in the background. It is the season. Can't do much about it. I'm a winner because I forgot to put protective boot on the cable before I put the fitting on. So, that's not going back on today. But the boot's on the solenoid side, so that means something. Right? No? Okay. Well, you can go back on the solenoid as it was. Try not to disturb other wires too much. Hopefully my hand doesn't cramp up as I'm putting this nut back on the solenoid. Let's see if I can get a ratchet for this. You know, some days it just feels like you're doing everything wrong. That's how I feel today. Tractor's still gonna start, but you know, one of those days. Alright, so we got it on the solenoid. Go ahead and hook it up to the positive side of the battery here. Got a new nut and bolt I had laying around the old garage here. Put a lock washer on here because, you know, lawnmowers rattle around. So you want to keep the rattlage, vibrations, you know, rattlage minimized. Not minimized, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not reinventing the wheel too much here. Snug down the fitting, bolt, you know, whatever. Nice snug down. Let's go ahead and throw the negative side on. Listen to all the Freedom Eagles behind me. Just like everything else, as soon as you address it, it stops. I think that is actually the wrong size that I'm using because I put the wrench away. Winning. Alright, got the right wrench this time. Nice and snug down. Question is, will it start? We'll see. Get all the tools off it, because that guy rotates, because, you know, that's your crankshaft. Clear all tools from the area. You know what? I'm so confident in this repair. Let's shut the hood. Let's see what she does. Oh, we got power. There we have it. Starts right up. We got power again to the motor. Ready for another couple lawn cuts. Still something else breaks, so I gotta fix it because everything in my life breaks. That's been it for this episode of the Dohm Speed Shop. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.